Hello and welcome to another tutorial from webume.com. In our last tutorial, we had gotten this far about adding a picture as a title header and the actual title text. Now we want to add some content to make our site look more official, if you will. So if you go up to the upper left hand corner here and just scroll over the Add button, a context menu will come out and you'll notice the first choice on here is text. If you hover your mouse over that, you'll have the choice for the title like we did before for home, and then you'll have a second choice here called paragraphs. Go ahead and click that and you'll notice that there are three choices here: simple, scroll bar, and browser. And I'm going to show you the difference between the first two here, simple and scroll bar, just to give you an idea of what they can do. Simple text has a text box that expands. I'm going to go ahead and place this into my site here. You'll notice that it only has two handlebars on either end in the form of these little squares that highlight when you scroll over them. So it says resize right, so I can drag this full width of my page or 1/3 of my page, however I'd like to do that. The problem with this site, or this type of box, is the fact that it is limited by the number of characters if you put it within your website. And what I mean by that is I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this, and as you can see, the box just keeps expanding forever and ever, and it'll actually go well beyond my page. Now the mask of the page actually prevents it from going off the page. As you can see at the bottom here, it just seems to disappear into no man's land, and that's because this text box is within the website. Now if I move it outside of the website, then you can see all of the text on there. So it has some limitations because the text box just keeps growing with any kind of additional text that you may have. The other type of text box that you have is the paragraph style for the scroll bar. And you've got different styles of scroll bars you can pick from. The standard one I like to use is this rounded one because I can color it to match the sites pretty easily, and it's pretty versatile. So say I've got this text box that I want to place in here, and I only want it to be a certain width, and as you can see, there's more handlebars on this one than on the previous. There's only two here for left and right, and this one has corners all the way around and midsection adjusting handlebars. So it really makes it super simple for you to add text. Now watch what happens when I add the text in here. A scroll bar appears. So I can make this document as long as I want to, and it benefits you and the end user by having a little scroll bar section right here. This is kind of nice because I can keep my title from scrolling by putting in a separate title box, and that's kind of the idea about adding these titles like this. I can add my title text here, and as you scroll up, the words seem to just disappear behind the title text, which is fantastic. It gives a nice effect, it's real clean, and it doesn't clutter up. And it also doesn't expand like this does when you add more text. As you can see, it can really cause problems if you go to add stuff later. So that's why I like to use the scroll bar more so than this particular text box, just because of the versatility. You can choose to do whatever you want with it, but personally, if you're going to be building a site that will be dynamic and ever changing, you want to have some flexibility with how you build your content so you're not stuck with a particular type of text box that just keeps expanding, and then you can keep well within the framework of your site. So that concludes this second part of adding content. If you stay tuned, we're going to go ahead and add some pictures in our next tutorial. So thank you again for joining me. This has been another tutorial from webume.com.